EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we ride a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted. Many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Colts had 8 and 3 now. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Play action. Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Ryan.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So Ryan heads to the sideline, and out now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mix it up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Yannick Ngakoue drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the counter, it's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ryan. He'll check this one down to Taylor. Runs over it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On 1st down, Ryan. He's got it. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, Mayfield.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 2nd and 5.
Inside handoff to Mixon. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
After the interception, here's Ryan.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
73 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
They go play action with Ryan. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
Kenneth Murray.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one good for 7. They're set up better now for 3rd down.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in the 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Down to about the 22 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. This goes out wide for Mixon. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll give it to Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Another try for Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Mixon, and Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Mayfield keeps it himself. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. The 40. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They go play action now. Ryan.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He finds his running back, Mixon.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
63 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing. Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5. Mixon again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Running left, Taylor. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB. And
that's caught at the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It could pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mixon. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 47 yards.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ryan wants to throw it.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown.
Alec Pierce
45 yards.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for them here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Mixon with a first down carry.
139 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw near to a 1,500-yard campaign.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens.
45 yards.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it.
And he's got Pierce.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward,